Hello and welcome to another episode of The Trailer Park.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking to you about the most recent trailer coming out for Better Call Saul.
The extended trailer,
Yes,
which was posted on AMC's website about a week ago.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be the debut video for our new channel, Talking N3rdy, which is just kind of a spin-off channel from Nerd Herders, so that we're able to post our videos that aren't so much short, like original ideas, and more just kind of a talk show setting, I suppose.
So we're going to keep the original channel, and if you like watching our lightsaber fight videos, Michael Parker, just Spider-Man, those skits, those are going to stay on Nerd Herders, and Trailer Park episodes, first impressions, anything that has to do with video games, movies, where we're just sitting in front of a camera talking, those are going to be on this new channel.
So we're going to keep all of the original episodes of like Mark's Remarks, and I think we're going to keep the original Trailer Park episodes still on the old channel. So if you haven't subscribed to this new channel just yet, we'll have a link for it in the description where you guys can go there. And it's going to be pretty naked for a while, but we're hoping to fill it up with some more videos over the next couple weeks.
Yeah. So from this point forward, any Trailer Park episodes, first impressions are going to be on this new channel. And then when we finish our lightsaber video and our Nerf Warfare video, those skits will be on the original Nerd Herders trailer.
Spoiler alert, we're having a lightsaber video and a Nerf Warfare video coming on Nerd Herders. So,
all right.
Down to business. Extended trailer for Better Call.
McGill! James McGill! I'm an attorney!
So yeah, it's a prequel series, obviously, to Breaking Bad. And it looks pretty interesting, I've got to say.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I always liked the character Saul Goodman. He was kind of a nice comedic relief to how serious Breaking Bad got. And so having his own spin-off show, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know if the character is strong enough for a show just about him to last.
That actually brings me to my first question for you, Aaron. As I'm watching this trailer, I can't help but notice there are scenes of him running. There's scenes of him being tackled by cops. There are scenes of him screaming at people in a boardroom. Do you think they're going to try to have that same dark intensity as Breaking Bad had, or do you think they're going to focus more on the comedy and just the general goofiness that is Saul Goodman?
I think it has potential to get serious because the first half of the trailer is kind of funny. But then you start getting into a little bit of plot development with, okay, there's some company with a board, and whoever runs that company seems to be sick, and they want him out, and so, Saul's seems to be talking to both sides, and it's like, pick a side. He says, something about maybe going undercover, so I feel like there's a plot line with an organization, that's going to cause him trouble. And so I feel like it could be serious, just like in Breaking Bad with Walter White getting involved with Gus and his organization. I think Saul will wind up getting too deep and having to figure out how to get himself out.
So we've approached question number 2, because Mike, the assassin, has a cameo in this trailer.
He's a toll booth operator.
We can guess that we're going to get to see a little bit more of him in the show. Do you think it's going to lead up to seeing Gus, or do you think that we're going to see any other characters having cameos in this show?
Well, that was actually going to be my question for you, but we'll get back to that. It was whether or not do you think Walter White will ever be in this show? But we'll get back to that. So yeah, I think you see presumably the first time Saul meets Mike, which Mike became a pretty prominent character in Breaking Bad in the later seasons. And so I think we're going to see that development of how Mike comes to work for Saul. Maybe Mike winds up having to save Saul from this company, or whatever. I don't know. So there's definitely going to be some development of those two characters' relationship, because you really get no background in Breaking Bad. It's just, I got this guy that kills people. Let's call him up,
And Mike is such a funny character because he's so just kind of deadpan around everyone else. Like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
He's just he's so bored by everything.
He hates his job. He does not like the people that he works for. No. But he does ridiculous things for them anyways. So there's got to be. I feel like for him at least. Money is a driving factor because at least in Breaking Bad they show that he uses that money to help pay for his granddaughter and whatnot once she reaches a certain age. But
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be something else.
Some other motivation.
Yeah, so I mean,
Well, he's an ex-cop. That was the thing. He was an ex-cop, killed somebody, kind of forced to retire.
yeah.
But he still got those skills, and he still got that anger problem.
Yeah, for sure.
So, he just needs something to do with it.
Yeah. So nothing to do with Mike, but question number 3 was something that I had suggested right before we actually turned the camera on because we watched the trailer again. Is he's not Saul Goodman yet, so far as we see. The show is still called Better Call Saul. We know that at some point he becomes Saul Goodman. Right now he's James Jimmy Miguel.
Yep, in the trailer he's called James Jimmy. He's never called Saul a single time.
Mm-mm. So my question is this. In Breaking Bad, he mentions the friend of a friend who you meet through these really mysterious ways that can completely rewrite your life, erase every trace of you, send you somewhere to basically become another person.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what happens? And that's why he's not Saul yet? Do you think he becomes Saul as a result of that process?
I'd say no, because he's still in New Mexico.
I suppose that's true.
If the show's still going to be set in Albuquerque, because it looks like it's still set somewhere in the desert. Mm-hmm. I don't think the location's really changed. I don't feel like he would go through that whole process of needing to change his name, but still be an attorney and still live in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Okay, so then here's yet another question. I'm just chock full of questions right now. Do you think the pilot episode will end with him calling himself Saul? Or do you think that they're going to keep up the James Miguel persona for a while?
I think it'll take a while. Okay, I think it'll go either one of two ways, because it's a 2-part premiere, Sunday night, Monday night. Mm-hmm. And so either it'll end with him calling himself Saul, and then that'll be the rest of the show, or it's going to take a while, and it's going to be towards maybe the end of the first season, because they might not know how long this show's going to go, so they can at least shoot for one season, and it'll be something where he's got to change his name for his business, because it shows in the video he gets angry at somebody at a little desk, and he says something about, I'm done working for this firm. So I don't think he has his Saul Goodman, establishment yet. And so I think that's probably just a name that he took on for that business, because he helps so many, illegitimate cases and stuff, like, Walter White with the money and all that stuff. And so he doesn't want James Miguel's name attached to any of that stuff. And so by, becoming Saul Goodman for the commercials and the things and for helping people, it keeps himself safe. So I think that's just something that he did for himself, and I think that we won't see that developed until we see him establish his own practice.
Interesting.
All right, so my question for you that I mentioned earlier, do you think at any point in the show we will see Walter White?
Absolutely. I think so. I'm wondering how much of this show, because I have no idea how many seasons they have planned for it. I don't know how far in time we're going to see it stretch, but I almost feel like I would like to see it overlap a little bit with Breaking Bad. Like, if nothing else, in like the last season of Better Call Saul, overlap with the beginning of his dealings with Walter White. But I feel like at some point we're going to see pre-cancer Walter White just bump into him at a grocery store or at a gas station or at a toll booth.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like we're definitely going to see some characters.
Okay. Maybe Hank will be on some case.
Tuco?
Or
Tortuga. Yeah, like I feel, because I
maybe
know
he'll go get lunch at Los Pollos Hermanos.
Oh yeah.
Just little things like that.
Yeah.
We don't know how far of a prequel this is. Could be months, could be years.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
could be days.
Well, that's another thing I noticed is that they made Saul to look quite a bit younger. His hair's not as thin. He looks thinner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious, like, exactly what he went and did to kind of prepare himself physically for the role.
The actor looks more fit.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot to wonder, but it's coming out February 9th. February 9th, AMC.
Oh, it's either the 8th and the 9th or the 9th and the 10th. Because it's a 2-part. I think it's Sunday the 8th and Monday the 9th is the 2-part premiere.
That's probably what it is then. Because I know AMC... Oh, no, it can't be Sunday, because Walking Dead's coming back.
Oh, well, maybe they're going to try... Maybe they want it to premiere on Sundays.
Maybe they want it on the same day
as Walking
so
Dead.
they get all those viewers.
Maybe.
What do you guys think? We clearly don't know.
Yeah,
We don't
know.
feel like picking up our smartphones and researching this online.
We could check, but so can you.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out. And, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yep. Links to the full trailer in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Welcome to the new channel if you're watching it on Talking Nerdy. And we got some more videos coming your way.